This is the missing thing that we don't talk about enough in all of this high achievement stuff and finding your purpose stuff. It's too hard to do alone. Human beings aren't made to survive by ourselves. You go out into the wilderness by yourself, you'll get eaten by something, you will die. Go out in a group, you're fine. We're fine. We are social animals. And we spend so much time over-indexing on individual accomplishment, individual achievement, and individual happiness, and individual fulfillment. We've just overdone it, that we've forgotten that the hack is together. Friendship is the ultimate biohack. And if you want to find happiness, instead of going on another retreat or reading another book, what I would recommend is help someone who's struggling with the thing that you're struggling with. Commit yourself to a life of service to help somebody who's struggling with the exact same thing you're struggling with. And instead of overcommitting yourself to whatever you're struggling with, overcommit yourself to helping them find whatever it is that you're also looking for, with no selfish intent whatsoever.
This hit me hard, because here's what most of us do. We isolate when we struggle. We think, I'll fix myself first and then I'll show up for people. But that's backwards. Here's what actually works. Stop trying to carry it alone. Find your accountability partner, someone who gets it because they're going through their own version of the same struggle. Maybe it's a friend rebuilding after a divorce, while you're trying to rebuild your own career. Maybe it's someone dealing with aging parents while you're dealing with your own health wake-up call. It doesn't have to be the same fight. It just has to be a fight. Reach out and offer to help them and be there for their struggle. Because here's what happens. When someone is counting on you to show up, you show up, even when you don't feel like it. You stop overthinking your own mess because you are helping them through theirs. And somehow, pulling them forward pulls you forward as well. Stop waiting to be fixed before you connect. Connection is what fixes you. That's exactly why I built my 14-day Momentum Reset Challenge. And I included a partner system. You are paired with someone who's in it with you, checking in, holding each other accountable, and building momentum together. Because transformation doesn't happen in isolation. Just click the first link in the description. But let's keep going with Simon's wisdom.
If you go to the gym and you work out and you come back and you look in the mirror, you will see nothing. And if you go to the gym the next day and you come back and you look in the mirror, you will see nothing. So clearly there's no results, can't be measured, it must not be effective. So we quit. Or if you fundamentally believe that this is the right course of action and you stick with it, you commit yourself to an act of service. You commit yourself to the regime, the exercise. You can screw it up. You can eat chocolate cake one day, you can skip a day or two. You know, it allows for that. But if you stick with it consistently, I'm not exactly sure what day, but I know you'll start getting into shape. I know it. Going to the gym for 9 hours does not get you into shape. Working out every day for 20 minutes gets you into shape. It's not about intensity, it's about consistency.
Most people fail because they try to change everything at once. They commit to waking up at 5 a.m., working out for an hour, meal prepping, journaling, meditating, reading, all starting Monday. And by Wednesday, they quit. Here's what actually works. Pick one micro habit, something so small it feels stupid. Not get in shape, just 10 push-ups after I brush my teeth. Not fix my life, just write 3 things I'm grateful for before bed. Do it for 30 days and track it. Miss a day? Fine. Then do it the next day. Just don't miss 2 days in a row. Because you're not building the habit, you're building the identity of someone who shows up. And once you prove to yourself you can do one small thing consistently, everything else becomes easier. Consistency beats intensity every single time.
Everything comes at a cost. There's nothing for free. Somebody with an incredible career has no relationship with their kids. Everything comes at a cost. But at the same time, everything we struggle with has opportunity and lesson that goes with it. It's always balanced. And so whenever anybody tells me this great thing, I'm always like, yeah, but at what cost? And was the cost worth it? Sometimes the answer is yes, and sometimes the answer is no. And when something horrible happens in someone's life or something goes sideways, I always ask, but what did you learn? I went through depression. I never want to go through that again, but I'm really glad it happened because look what it's given me an entirely new life view.
Everything comes at a cost, but at the same time, everything you struggle with hides an opportunity and a lesson. This is the question that changes everything. Was the cost worth it? Not did I succeed, not did I get what I wanted, but what did I sacrifice to get here? And would I make that trade again? Write down your biggest win from last year. Now write down what it cost you. Time with family, your health, A relationship? Your peace of mind? Then ask, was it worth it? If the answer is yes, then great, do it again. If the answer is no, then stop chasing that version of success, because the world will celebrate your achievements while you quietly lose everything that actually matters. Don't let the applause distract you from the cost.
I think it's important for people to present themselves as they are, which is messy, because to present yourself as perfect sets up an unfair standard for other people to live by.
Absolutely.
And usually people present themselves as perfect, usually out of absolute fear that they don't want people to know that they're actually imperfect.
Yeah.
And I'll say what I said before, to be beautiful is to be human. To be messy is to be beautiful. We don't fall in love with the perfection. We fall in love with the imperfection. We fall in love when somebody lets us be imperfect, allows us to be imperfect, and allows us to love them for being imperfect. And when you do the work and you take the small risks that then become big risks, I want to be my messy self with somebody who loves me for my messy self, and I want somebody to feel that I love them no matter how messy they are. And that is a high standard and a hard thing to find.
To present yourself as perfect sets up an unfair standard for other people to live by. And here's the truth. You're already doing this. You're filtering, you're curating. You're only showing the parts of yourself that you think are acceptable. And it's exhausting. But more than that, it's isolating. Because when you only show people the polished version, they can't actually connect with you. They connect with the performance. And you end up feeling more alone than ever. So here's the shift. This week, share one messy truth with someone you trust. Not for sympathy, not for advice, just to practice being seen as you actually are. Listen, I'm struggling with this. I don't have it figured out. I'm scared that I'm not enough. And watch what happens. They won't reject you. They will relate to you. Because we don't fall in love with perfection. We fall in love with humans. Real, imperfect humans. Everything Simon just shared comes down to 3 things you are missing. Small actions you can sustain instead of big plans you abandon. The courage to admit what your success is actually costing you. And the freedom to show up messy instead of perfect. That's exactly what my 14-day Momentum Reset Challenge is built around. You get paired with an accountability partner who's in the struggle with you. You build one micro habit at a time. No overwhelm, no burnout. You reflect daily on what's working and what's costing you too much. And you're doing it all in a space where being real is more valuable than looking good. I've helped countless people break out of what I call momentum deficit syndrome. That cycle when you make progress and then slide back to square one. This isn't about motivation that dies by Wednesday. It's about building momentum that actually lasts. The link is in the description. Your future self will thank you for clicking it.